can choose this I for Elevon, parsing and putting into database. Because we couldn't test it, we said we can't split the story.
There you go.
Allah.
Elevon. This is the same.
Sure, it's exactly.
Should be exactly the same. It's
How
Elevon.
did you know that I made that mistake?
Because Ray's voice carries.
Okay, fix it.
I'm used to fixing this one.
Okay, so start describing, right?
Sure.
Start describing.
Potato.
Start describing this issue. All right. What is the complexity?
So, we have thing in our mapper stream. We need to pick that up and then load it into a table in FBA. So we need to split that now into testable stories.
So mapper stream split something and what else?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to capture some, because you're not writing as you're talking, and for this to work, you actually have to write. You gotta
Okay.
create stuff
Parse
like-
it.
Huh?
Parsing. Is it the correct word? Parsing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you're parsing and loading into database.
Okay. So is this all one story? It is?
Yeah. Reading from mapper.
Yep.
We did one story, and then rest all, we took that as one single story, and we couldn't complete it.
Okay. So let's draw it out. And I really mean draw it out. And be quick and messy because it doesn't matter.
People think that's what strange.
It's not even a box. Come on.
Okay. Why is that one story?
Because we couldn't test it.
Couldn't test what?
Each chunk.
Why
I
not?
think we realised how big it was when we were
Yeah.
first talking
But
about
so-
it. It would be easy just to do it all in one.
Was it a bit like our hooking to DB and do enrolment lookup? They depend on each other, so you couldn't really do them
So,
separately to test them.
so part of splitting complexity is making sure you get as much understanding of what each piece of this complexity is, right? So splitting, parsing, and loading into DB, these are clearly three separate areas, aren't they? So splitting, what are we splitting?
I wouldn't say splitting.
Yeah.
It's more like a, I don't know. Splitting is a bad word, right?
Who cares? It captures the essence. What is it that you're splitting?
It's not splitting, it's aggregating, I say. It's aggregating.
So you're pulling information from different sources together.
No, okay, each of the records of the mapper stream will get, collected and aggregated, basically.
Hundreds of those records. We get thousands of records, and we aggregate into chunks of
Into
100.
batches, yeah.
Yeah.
Into batches.
Okay, so you're collecting records.
Yeah.
All right, that's part.
And we need we also okay. As part of that process of collection, probably before we enrich the data. So for example,
Where does that happen? Before or after?
Yeah, before, that should happen before.
Okay.
Enrich the data.
Okay.
Right?
What happens before enriching the data?
We
Process.
retrieve from the mapper stream. Right? Retrieve from the mapper stream. Oh, stream. Yeah, we retrieve from the stream, we enrich the data, right? We aggregate it, and finally we insert it into
Where,
the
I don't see
After
aggregate, I see collect
retrieving-
records.
After retrieving, we need to process to see if there is any missing field or.
Yeah, that's enriching data.
Okay.
That's enriched data.
Okay, so we've got retrieve from the stream, enrich the data,
Yep.
which, what you just said, I would want to see that put in here, okay? After enriching the data, you have what?
You collect those records, correct?
Okay, and then what do you do?
Finally you insert it in the database.
Enriched data also includes reading few missing fields from the database.
Yeah, exactly, enriching the original data with whatever data is missing, right?
Sorry, what?
And
Enriching data, it includes two things like seeing if the data is invalid, if the incoming data is processing it, and missing the filling the missing details.
Yeah? Okay, so from one story, we've now actually identified several pieces, haven't we? So, we'll to QA guys now to tell me, is there any reason you couldn't test each of these stages?
As long as things are logged properly, so I can see the information, then there isn't.
Okay, so then, in order to split this, you would need to provide logging to support testability. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so how many stories could you break this into?
At least 5 there on the board.
Okay, so it's one big thing when you first start talking about it, but you explode this, right? You start breaking it out, and sure, testing it is not going to be straightforward, right? Testing it is gonna require doing something different in order to get the awareness or the visibility of the impact you're looking to test. And then I would expect at the end, there's probably going to be some sort of overall testing which says, yeah, okay, now all of this together has achieved whatever this was. Okay, that's the end of that first one. Let's talk about it. Can you guys think of an example where it couldn't be split somehow like this?
How about the AG splitting files? That sounds like a simple thing, but it isn't, because AG isn't simple.
Okay, does anyone want a picture of this before I wipe it?